NFT Games Bubble is arguably the shortest-lived, most absurd gold rush in the world of entertainment. In just several years, NFT-powered play-to-earn games soared higher than a rocket, only to crash harder than my Friday night's Tinder date. For those of you who were too busy actually playing regular games to notice this disaster, let me break it down from my mom's basement, where I'm still trying to sell my virtual plot in the Central Land for enough ETH to cover this month's hot pocket bill. NFT games vowed to change the world. They convinced you to quit your job because exuberant wealth was just around the corner, waiting for you to pick it up. And it all started with a promise. You can bet I'm gonna summarize this better than your personal chatbot, so if you manage to watch this entire video, my AI girlfriend will blow you a kiss. This is not a report, this is your game loop. Our story begins when a bunch of crypto bros looked at the gaming industry and figured it was the highest growing branch of entertainment, projected to keep flourishing even more in the next decade. In their eyes, the only thing to figure out was how to capture this endless wave of money. So they cooked their plan and the promise was born. Stop spending money on games, start making money playing them. But for this promise to work, they needed a game, or something that looked like one. In 2017, CryptoKitties dropped like a meme bomb on Ethereum. It let users breed, trade, and most importantly, speculate on virtual cats. If you've never heard of CryptoKitties, I don't blame you. It was the gaming equivalent of me showing up to a zoo with a picture of my aunt's cat and trying to scare a tiger. There was no map, no combat, and no plot in CryptoKitties. The only goal was to breed digital cats and sell them. And lo and behold, sell they did. People went absolutely nuts and virtual cats started selling for 5 and 6 figures in freedom currency. And just like that, the NFT gaming revolution was born. CryptoKitties fulfilled the initial promise and opened the Pandora's box, out of which jumped, among many other games, the Central Land and the Sandbox, two NFT games that sold virtual land for people who found Monopoly too relaxing. Then, in 2020, COVID hit and locked us down harder than an Elden Ring boss. This is where things got truly wild. Bored out of our minds and desperate for anything to make sense, everyone was getting into crypto. Our hands turned to diamonds and we promised to YOLO our steamy checks to the moon. Play to earn became the new religion and Axie Infinity became God. Haters would say Axie Infinity is a Pokemon knockoff with gambling, but nevertheless, Axie became a global obsession, clocking in over 3 million daily players, turning grandmas across the world into crypto day traders. People started to quit their jobs, gaming guilds turned into virtual sweatshops, and venture capitalists poured billions into NFT games, promising open world metaverses where you'd shoot zombies while earning enough to buy a Lamborghini. But behind this frenzy, the cracks slowly started to show. NFT games proved profitable only if there was another dude there to buy in after you did. And with forgettable gameplay, no memorable characters, and gaming guilds skimming their profits, people started to get tired of the constant grind in online boiler rooms. Once the new players stopped showing up, the whole house of cards crashed faster than my KD in Warzone. Axie Infinity daily player count collapsed from millions to under 100,000. And today, less than 10 years since CryptoKitties released, about 93% of NFT games are dead, and the remaining 7% are about as fun as stepping on a Lego at 3 AM. Billions in so-called value disappeared faster than free pizza at a frat party, and so did the promise of play-to-earn, asset interoperability, and player empowerment. Your rare digital cat is now worth approximately nothing, and you can use it exactly nowhere. Gamer backlash against NFT games was furious. When Ubisoft dared to slap NFTs onto Ghost Recon Breakpoint, social media threads burned hotter than a Solana chain during peak NFT mint. Turns out, gamers don't want their hobbies to feel like a pyramid scheme. They don't want to worry about tokenomics or liquidity pools or whatever other jargon crypto bros use to justify their virtual bean counting. They just want to shoot stuff and pretend they're a space marine. The question that remains to be answered is this: will the NFT games stage a comeback? Not that soon, because NFT brand right now is radioactive, but Sony's recent patent for a stablecoin framework shows that they didn't give up on NFTs and hints at a future where your PlayStation wallet could hold a digital token that's as boring and reliable as a gift card. The companies that want to use this tech will most likely do it secretly from now on and slap a cool name on it. But whatever company makes the next NFT game, it better be spectacular, because this era of NFT games was a massive, expensive, collective case of FOMO-induced brain rot wrapped in the promise of easy money. I'm sure everybody except the bros running the scam is glad that it's over. So if you still have some Fermini sitting in your wallet, do yourself a favor. Treat it as a modern art piece representing the era of peak stupidity. Until next time, keep your wallets closed and your skepticism high. This was your game loop about the rise and fall of NFT games. Thanks for watching.